I met a gypsy.
What do you make of the whole KTM thing? Have you been following it?
I mean, a little bit. I don't know. I bought some KTM stock. Like the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like I never had done stocks, and I'm like, I put like $5,000 into Amazon. That was like my aunt and uncle talked to me, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. And then I have like whatever $200 left over. I'm like, oh, I'll just buy KTM shares, like just whatever. Like, cause I don't know what to think about the whole thing. I don't like talk to a bunch of people, I guess, like about racing or the industry. Like only when we're at the track really do I, or if we're doing something like this. So I don't know like all the stuff that I could know, I guess, if I was interested enough to ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
And sometimes I wish that I did talk to more people so I knew when you ask things like this. But it's interesting, like seeing headlines like KTM to not like continue developing the bike, and then reading the rumors about Pedro Acosta like going to Ducati, like that kind of stuff. That's wild to me. Is like, whoa, like he's like legit gonna potentially, who knows, it could be totally fake news, but get out of a contract to go do this just because if you're not developing the bike, like there's no way we're gonna win, and I'm here to win. You know, I'm not like Fabio Quartararo, like, you know, being on a bike, he's dedicated to Yamaha to like develop that thing. Like to me, like if I'm racing, like shoot, I want to win. I don't
Especially
care what.
if you know the bike's not the bike right now, then it's like, okay, if this doesn't develop, it can't win.
Yeah, like I don't know. At some point, it's not the money side of things. Like I just want to win. Like I don't know. You're like so into being a racer your whole life. Like that's all you know. You don't know. Like when you finish second, it's like you're numb to it. You don't even. I don't know. I'm not a poor sport or anything, but like I'm only having fun if I'm winning, or I had a great battle, and you know then it's cool. But the KTM thing, I don't know. I don't really know what to think, because from the outside looking in, you would think that they're like
killing it.
Yeah. Like if I'm gonna go right now, if I was to buy a dirt bike, that's what I would go buy, and that's what I see everybody else being into. Like I've wanted like a dual sport for a long time, and that's what I would have got.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
How big's their presence in MotoAmerica team wise?
There's last year, Chris Fillmore, you know Chris Fillmore?
Yeah.
So he used to road race, and so this year he did the same round that Anthony did, Sensato.
Yeah.
I always say his name wrong. Sensato?
Now you're making me question it. Sensato.
But they did Mid-Ohio, so he did I think
that's right.
KTM helped, they did a project together to do one race, but that's about it.
So
Kramer,
it won't make a big impact on the MotoAmerica stuff.
No. I think the Kramer, do you know about the Kramer stuff? So there's a manufacturer called Kramer. They build the chassis. I think there's KTM engines in those bikes, and that's the new Junior Cup class. So they'll be I guess kind of involved in that. I don't really know. There used to be a KTM factory team, but I had always heard that whoever was running KTM back then didn't want to make street bikes. They're too dangerous or something. And so they haven't been involved that much unless it was on the smaller bike stuff with Junior Cup. But with that class going away now and going to these Kramer bikes, you can't even race a KTM 390 anymore.
Yeah, so are they the same as there is a bike that is it's a KTM 450 motor.
Yeah.
And then it's in the chassis. That's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But they built a new one. I don't know if it was specifically for the MotoAmerica class that they're doing now, but it's some type of feeder, like a Red Bull Rookies Cup. It's everybody's on the same bikes. And
Yeah, right. It'll be crazy if they do go away, because think about the hole that leaves in the sport, across all of racing, you know. Second best team in MotoGP, probably. They're probably the closest team that could do something. And if you look at the climb that they've been on over the last few years, fuck, it's gonna suck if they do go away.
It's just so weird to me to think that it's, like I said, I don't know anything about the situation.
Oh, they fumbled the bag.
Just seems fishy to me though. Something's it's just how do you that go that bad or sour?
I just think they just took on way too much debt.
Really?
Yeah, I just think that they took on a lot of debt and aren't selling enough motorcycles. So if you're just not selling that many bikes, which means you're not making that much money, which means you can't service your debt. And I just think that they overcapitalized. Someone said they poured $100 million into the whole mountain bike thing.
Really?
Why the fuck why do we need Husky and KTM and gas mountain bikes?
Yeah, but I don't understand the e-bike thing anyways. I know people have fun on them, but
Dude,
it's like
I love this.
you do.
Bro,
You're like my friends.
The biggest e-bike guy.
I have like a little electric 110.
Yeah.
And I love
is
that.
It the Granger?
Yeah.
Dude, they're the best.
Yeah.
They're unreal, eh?
Yeah, so fun. But the electric mountain bike, I never have. Every time I
What
ride
don't
one,
you get?
I don't know. It feels so weird for me to ride. Like I just don't have fun on it. It's just
Like going up or down, you don't have fun.
oh well, down. It's like that. I'm sure that like my buddies, they basically use it just get up the hill as fast as they can, like a ski lift, and then just go down.
Yeah, that's
I just like bicycles for the climb. Like I just love climbing.
Well, I did a ride yesterday. I did like 26 Ks.
Yeah.
I don't know how many miles it is, but it's like a half marathon on like a running marathon. And it took me like, I don't know, 2 hours. I spent like 30 minutes in zone 5, 30 minutes in zone 4, and then the rest of the time in zone 2. Like,
It's a scam.
I was fucking pumping, bro. Like, but I did so much down.
It's fake. It's lying to you.
I was wearing the strap, bro. Like,
you know how it is. There's so many people that hate it, and there's so many people that love it.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I just love bicycles for like the grind and
suffer.
Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
And I just think of it as like cheating in a way. Like I'm maybe it's because I'm so mad sometimes that I'm climbing and I'm like, oh my god, I've done 7,000 feet, and this guy's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, but to me, it's like I'm a down. I just want to go down.
Yeah.
I want to send it, and I'm like, that's fun to me.
Yeah.
But then I'm also just sending it up. Like I was smoked yesterday after.
You know what's scary though is when you're going up that fast and then coming down. I mean, how fast are you going on a mountain bike downhill? Like 20 to 30 miles an hour or something. Yeah. Especially, let's just say a fire road. So you're thinking of
we're
single
doing
track
like
stuff.
The single tracks, yeah.
Like what's scary?
Yeah, but they're like where I ride at least. It's all like this is a down, that's an up.
Like Skyline, like going up Skyline, like you'll be climbing on an e-bike going 15 miles an hour, and then guys coming down at 30, and like it's so hard to react to the guy that's climbing fast when I'm going downhill. But I don't know. It's I'm not. I guess I shouldn't hate on it. It is cool. My friends have a ton of fun. It gets people out on bikes that wouldn't get out on bikes. It's just easy to hate on it, I guess, when you're suffering.
Yeah. No, I just think like just suffer in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, and then they've all got modes to where it's like, dude, I never do
it's like
eco.
a dirt bike.
Yeah, bro, I never do eco. That shit would smoke me. Like, I wouldn't be able to ride.
They're heavy, right?
Because, yeah, you've got like the heavy, so you get an assistance, but it's a heavier bike.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, I just don't have that much time. Like I work a lot and I put a lot of effort into work. So it's like I'll work until 3. Yeah, right now it gets dark at like 5.
Yeah.
So then I'm like leaving. I'm lucky I can ride straight out of my house, but I just want to, and then I've got to ride. It's a gnarly climb to get all the way up because I got to ride from the beach to like this big water tower basically. Mm-hmm. So it's like that. If I just had to do that every time I rode, that would kill my ride to start with.
Yeah.
But it's like I just want to get up. I want to do as much downhill as I can with the boys, and I still get a good workout, and I'm done it in an hour. Like an hour and a half. You couldn't cover that much ground in that shorter period of time, you know? So I think it's like, at least for me, I'm just condensing everything.
It does help. Yeah. It's my buddy they own a car shop. So they would, go in pretty early to work, and we'd go for like 6 a.m. rides, and he goes like basically like almost 2,500 feet up and back down to his house in like an hour, less than an hour. So it's, it's cool.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, that, from what I heard, that was one of the big problems that KTM had, is like just going into, it's just like they just bit off way more than they could chew.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because it feels like there was a shift in KTM a few years ago where, because I've always like kind of done something with them. Like they've never really paid me for anything, but like just always been around, like especially the people in Australia. I knew them really well. I know the people here, like I've dealt with Austria. But there was like a switch where it felt like the company got ran by accountants. Mm. And then that's when they fucked it up. So it's like, how do the numbers people fuck up the numbers? Yeah. And then like the moto fans and the moto people, like they kind of did a pretty good job with it. So I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. But I mean,
I hope nothing.
Imagine if they lose Pedro Acosta.
Yeah.
They lose Chase Sexton. Like the rebuilding process.
Maybe it's like a perfect timing. Like maybe they'll lose Chase Sexton, then he'll go to Ducati when they come over here. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be sick.
But I hope they don't go anywhere though. I mean, because it is that's such a, I don't know. I've always loved everything that they do. So, and it's cool watching them in GP be competitive. You know, it's more brands is better for everybody.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And how many jobs would be gone? Holy cow!
Yeah, jobs, riders, teams, it would just be like a black hole.
Yeah,
that would just get sucked out of the sport. You know.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.